Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with some Battle for Zendikar spoilers and a discussion about fake, I'm pretty sure they're fake fetch land reprints that have been discussed for the enemy fetch reprints. And we'll talk about those in a minute. Let's start off with the spoilers. I know they've already been spoiled for a little while, but I do want to give you my thoughts on them. They're involving the Battle for Zendikar, Zendikar vs Eldrazi dual decks. We already spoke about the Avengers Zendikar reprint. Great new art, really cool. Oblivion Sower is a new card we discussed in a prior video. They also showed some cards from the actual deck, such as Dominator Drone, which is a new card. New cards from these dual decks are going to be in the new set. So Dominator Drone is 2 and a black for a 3/2 with Devoid. Devoid is the card, has no color. Why does this matter? Because it's like Ghostfire. If you guys recall from Future Sight, there was a card called Ghostfire. It was 2 and a red to do 3 damage, and it was colorless, but it cost a red to cast. This made it, and more importantly for the Eldrazi in this set, it puts them more securely into deck archetypes that fit certain colors, even if they themselves will be a colorless creature. And of course it will probably have more of an impact in the set, I'm sure, but that's the initial just look at it. Ingest is a new mechanic. Whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, the player exiles the top card. Ingest, it pretty much is what Eldrazi do. They eat mana, they eat the land, they eat up existence, pretty much, for lack of a better analogy. And this card basically is what it's doing. It absorbs and exiles a piece of opponent's deck, a piece of opponent's landmass, plane, whatever they're drawing on for mana. It's a great flavor mechanic. I really like the design. It also shows us that they're really going to be playing. Oblivion Sower kind of gave us an initial look. They're really going to be playing with the exile space, which I think is great. And that's a really cool mechanic. You don't realize how quickly it can add up. It's a pseudo mill mechanic. More importantly is that it goes straight to exile. That's very powerful. This mill can be far more abused than that. And when it enters the battlefield, if you control another colorless creature, each opponent loses 2 life. So 3 for a 3/2 with these mechanics, and with that, it seems like a solid, decent, limited common, no question. Decent, fine card. Oblivion Sower, we've already talked about how it can play with exile. It's a mythic, but definitely works with the mechanic. Here we go. This is another example. Forerunner of Slaughter. This is flavor-wise kind of showing us Eldrazi are, by absorbing, they're kind of taking on the color elements. Now, there's still Devoid, there's still Eldrazi, but there's like this weird merging. I wonder how the story is going to reflect this, because the flavor text, while we delay, they're on the move. They will not wait. While we bicker, we're losing the war. It slips beyond our reach. It kind of, because it shows the Eldrazi have been so involved with damaging and taking over the landmass that they're almost like they're absorbing the colors, even though they're still Eldrazi. So they're still Devoid, but they're costing different color mana. I'm sure it'll be clear on the flavor-wise, but I think it's pretty cool design regardless. 2 for a 3/2 with Devoid. Seems okay. You really would play this turn 3 for 1 and black and red, 3/2 haste. Either variant works very well. It's going to be a solid limited card, no question. I really like the design here. Veteran War Leader. This is not an Eldrazi. This is a Lord, an ally Lord. And realize allies were really good back in the day in terms of limited. They just never had stuff that were strong enough to make it into the constructed environment. But that doesn't mean that they can't now. So I'd keep an eye out on some of the older allies from Zendikar that are decent cards and may be able to see play now that they have better ones from the set. So Veteran War Leader, 3 for a star, power on top is equal to the number of creatures you control. Classic. Tap another untapped ally you control. He gains either First Strike, Vigilance, or Trample. Very flexible Lord. More likely than not, you'll play him in a curve. He'll be 3 for a 3/3, 3 for a 4/4, and being able to tap down instant speed to give him these abilities, very flexible, powerful, rare. No question. I like it. I like the design, and I like if they push allies in this direction where they're a little more power level and a little more synergistic in a way that can be directly utilized. I think that's something that could really be pushed. Sheer Drop, 3 for a sorcery, destroy target tapped creature. With Awaken 3, 6 mana. If you cast this spell for 6, you also put 3 war encounters on a land. It becomes a 0/0 elemental that's still a land. Basically, you awaken the land. Or you destroy using the land. You shatter and destroy the land under the creature is destroyed, or you awaken the land to destroy it. Great flavor, amazing. It will work very well, I think, with Landfall, which, by the way, is coming back. If you look, we have, we'll get there in a minute. Retreat to Kazandu has Landfall. Landfall is returning. I love Landfall. very happy to see it back. This card's not particularly special. Whenever land enters the battlefield you control, you can get a 1/1 counter or gain 2 life. I guess it could work somewhere. Not really. I don't know. I think it's not a very good card, but it says landfall's coming back, so I'm happy. Let's look at the more important cards. These are not necessarily in the set because these are reprints in the dual deck. Like Avenger Zendikar, not a guarantee to be in the set, but I really like the new art. Commander players are going to jump on this for sure. Really strong card, and the commands are all pretty good in Commander, so I'm sure this will see play. Also, a good reason to pick up the decks. Price range is definitely, I mean, Primal last I checked was anywhere from $5 to $10. If you're paying 20 to 30 for the decks, it's already a pretty nice card to get. Consume the Meek. This is also a reprint. Does not mean it's going to be reprinted in the set, but it could be. A very Eldrazi feeling card. We've seen it. I personally like the other art better, but we've seen it before. Got nice notes in the dual deck as well. They have some other cards here they're showing us, but whatever. The main point is we see these cards coming in that are messing with Eldrazi, messing with allies. I like where the set's going in that design. It seems like it's going to be similar to Cons, taking older mechanics and pushing them to new levels that we haven't seen before. But I apologize if my throat seems a little bit raspy. I have a small cold. Hopefully it's not interfering too much with what I'm saying. Hope it's all clear. In terms of the enemy fetch, I'm just going to quickly note, because the video is a little long already, these images were posted somewhere or another, and it looks all official and legit. Reminds me of when they spoiled the Cons fetches. The flavor text mirrors the Cons. Yeah. I mean, pretty much everyone's like, yay, these are coming back. Commander 2015, it looks all legit, right? Well, someone on Reddit already found, super quickly, if you see the artwork on Aradmisa, if you look here, boom, it's the exact same artwork by this guy, Monolith Desert. He says it's a concept for my sci-fi story and development. This has nothing to do with Magic. So it seems like these are probably going to be shown to be fake. They could be coming back. To be fair, we're having allied-based commander products, so we could have these 2-color fetches there. If they spaced out across one in each deck, could be a nice way to spread value and help get them out there. Definitely possible, but this is not the reveal for them. So I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, that this reveal at least is fake. So let me know what you guys think about all the spoilers, and I would love to hear your thoughts if you think the fetches are coming back, why or why not. Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, then check it and subscribe. Tap the like button, and as always, Roxybox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.